What's up, world? That's Vital Podcast, episode 7. This episode's gonna be lit. People been asking, yo, D, what's up with the next podcast, man? What's going on, man? Yo, you gotta stay consistent, man. Consistency kills. Remember that. Not that I disagree with that, but consistency has different forms. For example, for one person, consistency might look like putting something out every single day of the week, every single day. It might look like putting something out every single day of the week at the same time so people can expect it. Or once a week, every week, on the same day at the same time so people can kind of gauge when you're going to have some new content to put out. For me, consistency looks more like a trained fighter. A boxer might train every day or most days out of the week, but a boxer's not fighting an actual fight every day of the week. You know what I mean? They come out, they fight once yearly. I don't know how often fighters fight, but when you see a fighter fight, it's definitely not an everyday thing. Champions don't have to fight the top dog every single day in order to be champions. It's like an investment. You put 100, 200, maybe even 250 every Friday into an investment account, and that's cool. Consistency will bring you a nice return at the end of the year. But if I were to take 5,000 quarterly and put that into an account, now that's 20,000 a year versus 13,000. You know what I mean? So it's still consistent. The difference is, though, there's stagnation in the consistency. For me, I don't want to just put out anything just to put it out every single day. Yeah, my thing is this. I understand consistency is very important, but at the same time, I need to put out some quality stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know. I said this in an earlier episode. I don't want little bite-sized snacks. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to me, I like everything real. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to dinner, I like the slow cook. I don't want the quick. I don't want the Easy Mac. All right? I don't want the little quick microwavable stuff. I want the stuff that went through a process, that took some time. It didn't have to necessarily take 2 to 4 hours, but I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, something, 45 minutes, whatever it is, yo. There's meals that you could prepare in a reasonable amount of time, but that still tastes good. Okay, I'm back. All right, I'm going to try something different. As disgusting as this sounds, I'm going to talk about some real stuff. It's going to be grimy. Not grimy in the sense of what I'm talking about. Grimy in that I'm going to talk while I consume this bowl of cereal. Yo, I got to do this like me, yo. I got to get in my peak state of mind. When you're in your peak state of mind, that's called a state of flow. When you're in a state of flow, man, you can achieve anything in a state of flow. All right, let me not be general. You can start a course to achieving anything in a state of flow. Put it like that, all right? Because it's going to be your peak state of mind. I'm sorry, listen. I'm going to try and maybe I'll edit out the cereal chews. Maybe I'll make a game out of it. Who can guess what cereal I'm eating? I give you a hint. Actually, I'll give you a couple hints, possibly lifelines, all right? This stuff has to be eaten quick. All right, that's a lifeline. Hella crunchy. And sweet. Oh, it's so sweet. I shouldn't be eating like this. But I am this morning. I just felt inclined to, yo. It's doing good. I guess I should explain what flow is. Yeah, for people that don't know. And that's not shaming anybody. You don't know what you don't know. And sometimes people don't even know that they don't know what they don't know. Damn, I didn't even know that I didn't know that I didn't know that. Anyhow, that's beside the point. Flow. Talked about this in the previous episode. Limitless, the movie Limitless. Bradley Cooper was able to do phenomenal things because he was in a state of flow when he took the pill. So what flow is it's almost like you're in a complete state of peace. And what I mean by peace is you completely divorce yourself from any thought, any possibility of negative thoughts. For me, when I'm driving in the morning, after I didn't have my edible, after I didn't have my lion's mane mushroom, as I'm sipping my Celsius, and my Celsius, mind you, went through a process because before I left the house, 30 minutes prior, I stuck that thing in the freezer so that when it was time for me to drink that thing, and my wife, she got me on the straw thing. She's like, nah, babe, you don't put your mouth on the cans. So I'm like, you're right, babe, you're right. So I'll be sipping it through a straw. Ain't nothing like sipping that ice cold Celsius in the morning with them ice chunks coming through that straw. Man, and I like that Arctic blue flavor. So it's like it's like sipping on a glacier or something, yo. Them ice chunks just falling off. Oh, man. Anyhow, so I do that, and I listen to personal development videos. Or I've been listening to this one on repeat, this Vibo video titled Dream Big. It's Les Brown speaking. It's got the beats in the background, the music playing in the background. But like that video it inspires me every single day. I listen to that thing on repeat every single day to the point my kids can repeat that video. Like, it's so funny. My wife's doing it now too. But anyhow, we as a family, we listen to it every single day. See, I'm talking too much now. My cereal done got soggy. So yeah, this cereal's no good anymore. It was good in the beginning though. Lost my train of thought. Let me make sure this thing is soggy. Oh yeah, that's soggy. That's not gonna work. A while back, my wife and I both knew a girl who she liked to wait until the cereal got soggy to then eat it. Like, what kind of house do you have to grow up in to where, then I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? I've been that parent before. Like, you ain't getting up from this table till you finish that food. I never made my kids eat no soggy cereal. That's fricked up. They didn't have to eat some rice or some veggies before, but I ain't never made them sit. And I'm not saying that's the case. That's just a scenario that just popped up in my head. Yeah, I'm like, yo, what kind of parent do you have to be? Or what kind of household as a kid did you grow up in to where you have taken a liking to eating some, I don't know. It may not be an abusive thing. It may just be a person's personal preference. I don't know. You know, I'm not going to harp on that for too long. But back to what I was saying about flow. I think you first have to get into a complete state of peace. Yeah, for me, when I don't know. Okay, it starts off by being intentional about doing like a combination of things that you just enjoy doing. I've adopted this mindset this year of doing the things that I like doing. Ever since I heard that, where TD Jakes was like, imagine if we were to do 80% of the things we like doing as opposed to only doing 20% of the things we actually like doing. He said it differently. I'm paraphrasing. And I'm like, yo, that's facts. Yo, like from now on, I'm going to do 80% of the things that I want to do. So I don't care if I wind up broke. I don't care regardless, I'm going to be happy. And because I know me, let's say I do wind up broke. It's only going to be for a little while. It's not going to be for forever. Like that was the mindset I adopted this year. As a result of that mindset, that work in the gym, one of the things I like doing, I like taking edibles. I'm not one of them people who just like getting high just for the sake of getting high. But I love taking edibles. Edibles put me in a complete state of flow. From January till now, as a musician, yo, it's a night and day difference. Like it's just getting better and better. All right, from January till now, me working out, cutting weight. I stepped on the scale the other day. Last year, I was over 200 pounds. Stepped on the scale the other day. I was down, this is the other day, but granted, I was on a completely empty stomach. I hadn't eaten anything all day long. So it was one of them, like my body was just completely empty. I was 175. I was happy though. I was like, yo, that's what's up. Grooming has gotten better because like I'm more intentional. Like when I brush my teeth in the morning, it takes me like 20 minutes because I got 3 different toothpaste I use, whitening booster, 3 different mouthwashes, and then I got a tongue scraper. It's like, it's a whole process. You know what I mean? I'm showering. Yo, I don't know why I'm giving out all this extra. Well, this goes with the grooming. My bad, yo. Bros can get ideas from this. Women too. You know what I mean? You know, try and stay fresh all the time. You know, make sure that I'll be buying these face care kits. I'm testing different companies out. So if any company wants to sponsor me, I'm willing right now. Let me stop. No, but seriously, I'll be testing these different companies out. I got this one called Lumen, I think. And then there's another one. What was the name of it? Oh man, I can't think. It's not important. Yeah, yo. So the facial care, I don't know, just different things. My diet. I've been serious about my diet. So the basic layout of the diet is eat healthy food all week long and eat like crap on the weekend. Healthy food Monday through Friday, and then some garbage on Saturday and Sunday. I might slide over to the Cheesecake Factory, leveling up. That's all. That's what it's all about, leveling up. You know what I mean? Whatever that thing is, my boy said, yo, everybody, you got to find your muse. Whatever your muse is. Leonardo da Vinci had a muse, and he said Picasso had a muse. He was naming all these people. he was like, you know, great people, a lot of these great people, they have their muse, that thing that puts their mind in a complete state of focus, clarity, you know what I mean, or a complete state of flow. Getting back to the flow thing, yeah, with the getting into a state of flow, you gotta, I don't know, it's like you gotta be intentional about having a good day. Like you gotta wanna have a good day. Like you gotta wanna. that's a random way to describe it, but I don't know. It's like all this stuff needs to happen at the beginning of your day. Like you gotta be intentional. Like wake up at a reasonable time, you know. But before you do that, you gotta go to bed at a reasonable time. You gotta be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, oh my God, I may have to turn this TV off. You know, I may have to sip a little something before bed just to put me to sleep. Just a little something, not enough to necessarily destroy my body, but just a little something just to put me to sleep. You know what I mean? If anybody's got an objection to that, well, you got an objection to NyQuil. Nah, let me stop. I'm just playing. Anyhow, yeah, you got to be intentional though. And what was I saying? Yeah, go to bed at a reasonable hour. Wake up at a reasonable hour. You know what I mean? And that sucks when you work or your time is owned by someone else, in a sense, you know what I mean? Because you get paid for the exchange of your time. Like that, it sucks though. You know what I mean? It's miserable having to wait. You know, let me stop. Let me focus y'all in a different direction. That's not cool. I'm sorry. But yeah, you just gotta, you know, find reasons. Oh, that's epic, yo. Find reasons for everything, yo. That's real. Like, and you don't have to remember the reasons. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know, if you got a goal that you want to work towards, you find a reason. Like, yo, I'm a mother. I'm going to be the best mother. That's a reason. And then it just goes into your subconscious storage of reasons. You ain't got to remember them. And all of a sudden, your body's naturally going to work and operate in a different way because of reasons. Back to the flow thing. So, you know what? While I'm on this subject, I got to say this. For me, the times that I've entered into a state of flow in my life have always been when I've taken something. I could get a dopamine high from my thoughts and what have you, but it's always began from something like caffeine or some type of energy drink, some type of nootropic, or I've tested a bunch of different things. I'm not gonna say I disagree with the idea that you can do it, you know, naturally, you know, with your body and with your mind and everything, but it's like training wheels on a bike. Until you get to the point where you understand how to do it on your own, you may need something outside of you to set that course. You feel me? And I'm not saying that to sound like I'm here advocating for drug users and stuff. No, that's not the case. But I definitely advocate for people seeking answers within themselves, taking a deeper look within self sometimes. I'm not the type of person to just simply believe or always think that I need to get an opinion from a doctor or quote unquote specialist. I'm what you would consider autodidact. I'm self-taught. That's me personally. You know, everybody's not that way. Some people do, they lean on professional help. You know, what they say, if something's not broken, no need in fixing it. For me, the way I've been operating, it's been working for me. I'm constantly leveling up. I don't need someone outside of me to convince me of anything regarding me, like they know and understand and have spent more time with me than I've spent with me. And that's just regarding people that try to impress their BS thoughts upon me. That's not regarding the great people in this world who actually have something measurable that they can teach me and show me. Right now, I'm in my state of flow. Cause I'm lit. I'm just firing off ideas. Shoot, my kids are out of school today. Like the whole family's at the house. We about to start recording videos, family videos. So be on the lookout for those. I gotta slow down when I speak, yo. Be running my words together. What is it I'm trying to say? See, that's how fast my thoughts are firing. My thoughts. That's the only thing. Excuse me. That's the only thing with taking edibles for me is sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes drinking caffeine along with them, it's like I go into hyperdrive, and I don't always need to be in hyperdrive. Now, when I'm working out in the gym, oh my gosh, that's the best time to be in hyperdrive. Yo, I've talked about this before, like the mind-muscle connection. Like I'm intentional about keeping everything not only under tension the entire time, but getting tension under each part of the range of motion. I don't know if that makes sense. So it's like if I'm doing a curl, like when I'm straight out, when I'm obtuse, tension. You know, when I'm coming up to 45 degrees, tension, nice and slow. Coming up to, 38? I mean, tension, nice and slow. All the way up to the 90, tension. And I might have said that wrong. Anyhow, y'all get the point. Tension the entire time. All the way down. So let's say I'm doing a push-up. As I'm going down, my back muscles, every muscle that can be used is under tension. So I'm bringing like my back muscles together. You know what I mean? As I'm sitting, I'm doing it right now. It's like a flex on my back. Damn, I'm getting all up in the mic. I'm sorry. It's like a flex though on my back. And then I tell myself, all right, now it's time for the chest. Push. And as I'm pushing, I'm focusing on all parts of the chest, aiding to push my body. You know what I mean? Like oh my gosh, yo, it's intense, yo. I'm starting to develop striations. I'm like, yo, I got striations. My goal when I'm in there is to obtain the absolute maximum result possible. That's what being real is producing real results. Yo, anyhow, freaking lit right now. I come front. But I'm at home. I'm not driving. For people that like to be safe, you know what I mean? I'm at home. I'm chilling. I'm recording this podcast. You're listening. You're enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? You're probably like, this is enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, maybe I'll throw some background music on this thing and just like, I don't know, just just ride out enjoying it. You know what I mean? By the way, oh man, I told my friends, yo, we supposed to be going to a football game this weekend. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? Right now. Yeah, yo, look, I'm broker than broke. See, it's a difference. I'm broke with experience, with understanding. It's one thing to be broke and have no knowledge of anything, no knowledge of how to make money, no knowledge of, you know what I mean? Not even a start, not even a personality to make money, not even resources and people you're connected to. You know what I'm saying? But when you got all these things, it's like, are you really broke? Are you just overcoming a financial difficulty at the moment? You know what I mean? Because that's true. If I be honest, I'm not broke. I don't know why we use that term, broke. Where I'm at, I didn't strayed so far from flow. I'm gonna get back to flow here shortly. But like where I'm at, I don't want to work for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Why work? Why work when I got talents? I could be a personal trainer, and I don't have to do it at a gym. I could just advertise myself online, show pictures of my body, but is that going to be the best option for my family? You know what I mean? That one doesn't work for me because that doesn't include my family. Not to mention, my boy told me this. He's like, man, D, you don't want to be out here thirst trapping. You know what I mean? So I'm mindful of that. Like, I try and stay mindful of that. I don't want to be that guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be the best version of me that I can be. When it comes to family, friendships, anything, if you're not growing together. Anyhow, damn, man, this is brutally honest, yo. My bad, yo. Ugh, this might be uncomfortable, yo. I don't know. I'm sure it'll be enjoyable. I mean, it's not uncomfortable for me. Then again, I'm lit. I could go back and listen to this like, damn, I put that out. The frick was wrong with me? Oh my gosh, yo, I'm freaking up, yo. I gotta take that episode down. You know, somebody's like, D, look how many views that thing got, man. D, that thing got over 400,000 views, man. You talking about taking the joint down? That's your realest episode. The hell you talking about? My boys be gassing my head up, yo. But we do it to each other. One of my boys was like, yo, man, you never know, yo. Your words can have so much power. Somebody hears them and they're like, yo, you changed my life, yo. I wanna make a donation. Here, 2.6 mil, just like that. I believe something huge is about to happen in November, yo. So like, it don't bother me that and I'm not doing this for money. You know what I mean? I'm actually learning to enjoy it the more I do it, and the more, because I just like to speak, yo. One of my boys, he's like, yo, man, he'll call weeks. And you know what's crazy? Okay, this goes back to what I said in the beginning about the investment and about quality over quantity, because one of my boys said to me one time, he said, let me give you some backstory. All right, me and this dude, we were close friends. I'm going to give it to you in a nutshell. We had a fallout. We started speaking again. Fast forward, we talk not to the extent that we used to. We talk, I guess, quarterly is a good way to put it. It's not common that we talk, but when we talk, we have a very in-depth conversation. One time we was having a conversation and my boy was like, yo man, you always manage to say something that ignites a flame within me. I didn't think about it when he said it. After a while I thought about it. I'm like, yo, that's beautiful, yo. Like if you could be that person that lights somebody's candles, that's what life is all about, man. You know, being constantly a light that shines brighter and brighter and bringing hope to people. I will say this, because I've said it before, there's an audience for everyone. Yo, you gotta start your day off with fun. You gotta start your day off with fun. And, you know, fun begins with not caring what anyone else thinks or might think, because you don't know. Here's the thing. If you live your life worrying about what a person might think, first of all, you're judging that person, because you're assuming that you know exactly what's going on in their mind, to the extent where now you start acting in a way, you know, as a result of this preconceived notion in your mind, I guess kind of can bring that result that you're essentially seeking your way. Did that make sense? My bad, y'all. Bring it down, dude. Bring it down. I'm not encouraging people to go out and try caffeine and try different nootropics. You know, my explanation was just me being transparent, saying that's the things that I did. Now, do I enjoy my edibles? Yeah, I enjoy my edibles, yo, because I tune out all doubt. Like I don't consider the possibility of failure. I don't consider the possibility of like these people are going to think I'm this or these people are going to think I'm that. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm just going to upload this episode raw, frick ups and all. Frick up in my verbiage, frick up in the flow of my speech, the cadence, because I know, you know, I go Speedy Gonzalez at certain points. This thing's gonna be enjoyable, but I think I will add some music to it. So at least, you know, I like music, so you know, that music gives it a nice little touch, nice little vibe. You know what I mean? So anyhow, here's one of the things that I gotta be cautious about is the overuse of caffeine or the overuse of anything. Too much of anything is never good for a number of reasons, but that's where you gotta just trust your spirit. Like your spirit's gonna let you know, like, hey, this is a good decision, or sometimes it'll tell you like, hey, this probably isn't the best decision for you. I got to get back to what I was saying, yo, so people have understanding. Right now, I do 80% of the things that I like doing. Now, as a result, do I get to enjoy the luxuries of like trips and all that like everybody else? No, but that stuff will come. Like, I'm not worried about that. I spent all last year doing that. I had no time whatsoever last year. Last year was the most exhausting year. Like, I was constantly working, constantly on doing something, to the point like I didn't have time for anything. I didn't have time to do maintenance on my vehicles. I didn't have time to do maintenance on my home. I didn't have time. Like, there was just no time, yo. It was just chasing money, listening to the right messages, but wrongly applying the principles. I wanted to talk more about that, yo, but I don't know. I don't have a train of thought for that right now. So that's my spirit let me know. Nope, you need to be talking about something else. Oh yeah, that's what I want to say, yo. Your spirit is always gonna lead you, like what it looks like or what it sounds like when your spirit speaks to you. Your spirit is that inclination you get when like you got heartburn and you're like, you know what? Maybe I should drink some water to kind of ease this pain. It seems so small, but that's your spirit. Yes, drink some water, yo. And while you're at it, go to Publix, go to the produce section. Keep in mind, shop the outside of the grocery store. All right. If you want to be in optimal health, go to the produce section. Get you one of these drinks. They got the area with the orange juice and all the shots, which them shots are fire, by the way. All those immunity shots and detox, and my wife and I, the family, we was drinking those on a weekly basis, and we still drink them from time to time. If we start to feel like heartburn, you know, might get a ginger shot or different shots for different things. Anyhow, go to that section. They got this drink called So Lit. How ironic. So Lit. It comes in a glass bottle, and they have like a blue spirulina or a chlorophyll. Like, you don't have to spend all this money on Organifi and all this healthy stuff. Just go to Publix, yo. And that's not to take away business from Organifi, but sometimes people don't have, that top dollar loot to get Organifi. Real quick, I think that's what having a good measurable level of discernment looks like. It's being able to accurately identify that spirit or that voice in you, that inclination, all those good inclinations. And that's just one aspect, it's many things. It's also being able to identify like some type of pain in your body, being able to accurately articulate and identify what that pain is, being able to identify the difference between, is this a common cold or is this just allergies? It's a number of things, but yeah, those are just two examples. I guess I'm gonna get on the church for a little while. Not to bring them down. This is just some admonishment for the more traditional bent. The church will have you believing sometimes that if it's something, okay, like me taking edibles, for example. Oh, that's a sin. That's a bad thing. But why is that a sin? Because there's an argument between people in the church on alcohol, whether or not it's sinful to drink alcohol. You know what I mean? We had that debate, me and some friends of mine. I was a very legalistic, like, stush by the book, freaking boring. No, I won't say boring, but I don't know, just a basic. All right, I apologize. That's the only edit I want to do on this episode. But that one I had to take out. That was extreme. Drinking, if you're doing things like taking edibles, that's not a godly spirit leading you to do those things. And I'm like, I don't know, like I said, when we had the debate about alcohol, I was that person on that side, that legalistic side, that heavy, like, yo, nah, this is wrong, yo, you shouldn't do this. I mean, we went back and forth with Bible scriptures and stuff, and I couldn't find one that said explicitly that, you know what, yeah, it's wrong, it's a sin. And on the contrary, my boys was saying that, okay, yeah, it's not wise, but nothing's wise if you do it, if it's not done in moderation. You know what I'm saying? It's not wise to stay up late every night. You know what I mean? Because what does staying up late do? Staying up late can lead to, heart disease, can lead to, you start snacking, eating like crap late at night. Like, it can lead to so many things, but nobody's heavy to get on stuff like that. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know, it's like in the church, certain things get classified. Like, sin is sin. It is what it is. And I don't even look at sin the same way. Like, sin to me is just being without, you know what I mean? Like kind of like in the Latin word, sin, sin sal, without salt. You know what I mean? It's just being, I look at sin as just being without. And yeah, being without will lead to death eventually in some cases. Just the example I just used. If you stay up late, in a sense, you're sinning because you're leaving your body, you're without the proper rest that it needs to sustain optimal life, optimal health. You know what I mean? So yeah, like eventually that could lead to heart disease. That could lead to all these different things. But you don't let one moment define who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you stay up late one night, okay, you've sinned against yourself in that you've not given your body the proper rest, but that doesn't automatically make you an endless sinner, be all end all sinner. Like you can never come back from it. You know what I mean? And this is the sad thing about like religion is that it gets presented in such a negative and non-loving way. You know what I'm saying? Like a loving God is a loving father. Like, I don't write my kids off just because they go against my wishes for them, or they, sometimes I let them figure it out on their own. Like, yo, okay, if you, I keep using the same example. If you choose to stay up late, I'm not, hey, you don't want to set an alarm in the morning? Fine. Hey, you don't get up in time? Hey, that's on you. You just don't go to school. I have that luxury though, because my kids are in private school, so they can just log on virtually. But my kids love to go to school because they love to socially interact. But as their father, if I tell them to go to bed at a certain time, fast forward, I come in the room 5 a.m, they got the TV on, and they just passed out, and it's like, okay, well, hey, you don't want to wake up. You don't want to set your own alarm. Like, I'm trying to teach them how to be responsible. You know what I mean? Now, granted, I don't expect my baby to set an alarm, but like my oldest, my middle, they've set alarms before. They've set alarms before, which shows me they're capable of doing so. And when they're excited, they know how to wake up, and they know how to come and wake us up. Sometimes I'll mess with them like, yo, all right, let's see how bad you want to go to school. You know what I mean? But like I said, just because they go against my wishes. Like, I don't write them off. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, you're a frick up. You'll never get it right. But it's that type of thinking or that type of belief that causes people to feel like, yo, ritualistically, I got to do, and this is not a knock against churches or anything, but it's just, I guess I'll speak on behalf of those people who right now for a moment who are not really interested in churches, because it's like, okay, the church will say you got to live by a certain set of rules, a certain set of standards, otherwise you're not good enough. None of us asked to be here. You know what I mean? Each of us, like my kids didn't ask to be here. I chose to, you know what I mean? And likewise, I didn't ask to be here, yo. That was a choice my parents made. So, like, God is compassionate. He understands, hey, man, you didn't choose to be here. So this is a journey. The journey is just learn, all right? Just learn while you're here and grow. And don't be a victim. Because once you're a victim, you choose to stop learning. You know what I mean? And the word says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. Stay away from the victim mindset. The victim mindset is always blaming everyone else for everything. Like, everything can't be everyone else's fault because you got free will. You know, the fact that you choose not to exercise your free will because you choose to limit yourself by someone else's words or someone else's standards, you can't then go and blame that on others. It's time for you to step out the box. It's time for you to start making decisions for you and not decisions based off someone else's standards or someone else's expectations of you. It's time for you to really start thinking and making decisions based off what you want to do. This is your life, and this ain't no game. You don't need to be worried about what they think. Yo, in closing, this is what I'm going to say. Don't get caught up on the outcome. Don't get caught up on worrying about the outcome, worrying about what people are going to think, worrying about if you're going to be a success. Don't fall in love with the process. I know it sounds cliche. Maybe you need a visual of what the process looks like. Anybody who's into sports, whether it be football, whether it be basketball, with football, you've got the Super Bowl. With wrestling, it's WrestleMania, NBA, the playoffs, Major League Baseball, the World Series. But here's the thing. Without the process, the beauty's in the process. Because here's the thing. Let's say the football season. I'm going to go with football because I like football. Let's say the football season starts, all right? And your team plays 2 games. And then, boom, it's Super Bowl time. You're like, whoa. How did we get here? Like, what team, how did they, like, what the frick just happened? Everyone looks forward to sitting down with the family each week. Not everyone, but people that's into football, sitting down with the family each week. At least at my house, this is what we do. We look forward, my wife and I, we look forward to football season, because it's a vibe, yo. She makes chicken wings from scratch. She make the wings, all right? Batter that joint up, the Hooters. Freaking, I make this little hot sauce, this cider hot sauce. Sometimes we might make lemon pepper wings, but we make wings. It's like, football Sunday. That's the day. It's just all American, yo. We doing wings. Sometimes we'll do burgers. Again, and the way we like our burgers, they just taste better on the grill. That's all American, yo. You know what I mean? I might try some new seasonings, like a coffee rub or something, yo. But the wood, the hickory and the mesquite, for some reason, just the undertones of that hitting the burger just makes it that much better. And then we get the black wax cheese from Publix, yo. If you've never tried the black wax cheese, go to the deli and just say, hey, can I get a pound of black wax cheese? That Wisconsin, I think it's Wisconsin, sharp cheddar, that joint is killing, yo. The black wax, yo. Put that black wax on the burger. That's pretty much all you need. The way I make them burgers, you don't even need condiments. Really, you don't even need cheese. The meat is just that good. Pause. No, I'm just playing. No, but seriously. So sometimes we'll do wings. Other times we'll do burgers. Sometimes we'll do ribs. I'll do beef ribs. And a process. I'm talking about putting them in the smoker, straight naked, seasoning them, of course. They might marinate for 4 days. They might marinate all week. But then them jokers go in the smoker, okay? And they go in just straight naked, straight raw. All right? And I, let them things sit in there and smoke for like 2 hours. They're about 2 hours. I'll say about 2 hours on high. And if I got to flip them, I'll flip them. Then I'll take them things out, hit them again with a little more of maybe a little barbecue. So I don't know. I always do something different each time. Wrap them jokers up in foil. This ain't no secret family recipe. This is for anybody who wants to try it. Wrap them things in foil. Make them airtight so that the meat just tenderizes inside that foil. Stick them back in the smoker for another 2 hours. When it's time to eat, everybody's feasting. Ready for them, yo. We do the corn and we do everything organic. So we get the Greenwise corn from Publix. And they got the corn on the cob now. I don't know if they've always had it, but we recently started getting the Greenwise corn on the cob. It comes in a pack. I think there's like 8 pieces. Anyhow, they have this butter that is called, it's Truly. It's got a turquoise bluish label, and it's non-GMO. This butter is smacking. That butter on that corn, and then we get the kosher salt. Oh my gosh, yo, it's smacking. Oh my gosh, it's smacking. Yo, my wife makes French fries from scratch when we do wings or when we do burgers. She peels the potatoes, cuts the potatoes smacking. Sometimes we might do special drinks. That's rare because we're not really big on the milk, but like sometimes we'll do frozen pina coladas. The kids love that. The milkshakes. I mean, it just depends, yo. It's just a vibe. Anyhow, I say all that to say, like, all of that's part of the experience, and that whole experience is part of the process. See, falling in love with the process involves falling in love with being in the moment, like the daily, like appreciating the moment, whatever that moment entails. You know what I'm saying? For us, like the football season, being in that moment, like it involves all of that. The anticipation of the game on Saturday afternoon, you know, when we're like, damn, I'm excited about tomorrow, game day, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have burgers or we're going to have wings or whatever, you know what I mean? And just like that pre-game day planning, that excitement of, is my team going to win today? Or when the game gets real intense to the point where you got like 15 seconds on the clock and your team's got the ball and it's a long shot, but they pitch it to the end zone and all of a sudden make it, like week in and week out, just random little things like that happening. Like all of these go to creating that experience of all these weeks leading up to the prize, which is the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? All of that's part of the experience. So now imagine, like I said before, you know, your team plays 1 or 2 games and then boom, it's the Super Bowl. That's what overnight success can look like. You know what I mean? You don't get the enjoyment of going through the process each week and trying different things in the process, creating different experiences. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, hell, we might, you know, if it's a bye week for our team, and it's still a warm enough season, we might get up and go to the beach on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But just knowing like, okay, we got the night game to catch tonight, so you know we're gonna go to the beach during the daytime, but then we got to catch the night game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, all these things you do surrounding that process creates a greater experience. So that's why it's important to fall in love with the process. Yo, with that being said, I'm going to wrap this thing up. Yeah, I don't have no formal ending or nothing. I'm done.